Hey everyone, in this video I want to go over how you can edit pages using MusicFunnels. So the MusicFunnels page builder is super fast, super easy, everything's drag and drop, and I can't really emphasize the speed enough. Like you can see I can just click and drag everything, it's like super fluid. I can grab this block and throw it up here. If I want to add an, obviously I'm not going to put it back because it looks so bad up there. I'm going to add an animation and delay, and I can have this like fade in. Get a preview of it, fade in from the left. Everything's like super snappy, and if I save this change and then go to preview, we can see what that fade, or I think it actually faded too fast, but we could go back here and customize it. Animation delay and make it like, I don't know, 700 milliseconds. Sometimes the preview is pretty accurate, but yeah, you can see now it works. But it like doesn't, if it doesn't load right away, but either way, you can see how snappy everything is. Like I can just click and go places. Like it's almost as fast as you can think things are happening. And that's the reason why I'm bragging about this so much, because I really believe in it. So the way you edit stuff, let's say you wanted to change this video. I can just click on the video and click edit video up here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So I clicked on it, edit video, I can swap out the video. Easy as that. Now let's say you wanted to change this button. I can just click on it, edit. I can change the text. I can change the link. I can add a second line of text. Second line, well, I'll just leave second line. Now we have a second line of text. If I want to change the styling, I just click on it and click this little art brush. And this is where we can change, the button color, the border color, the hover color, which is down here. The cover effect, that's why it's slid to the right, because that's an effect I added. I can change the border radius, make it more of like a pill, or just make it slightly rounded. And what I could do is I could make a border color that's like salmon, or whatever that is, and add some color to it. You can expand it to full width of the line. I can go inside of the button style, and actually no, I have to get that. If I click out here and do edit, I can align it center, right? So like, everything's click, drag, drop, change some settings. It's all fairly easy. Now, to get a little more in depth, you're gonna see as I'm moving my mouse around, there's all these little like grabby things that appear. And those are things you can use to edit like padding, spacing, etc. So, for this button, for example, we get this little left-right arrow pill button thing here. If we grab that and pull it, it's going to change the width of our button. You remember we made this button full width, but maybe we didn't want it quite full, so we can grab that. We can also see like this here. This is essentially a spacing or padding. We can grab it and make it look however we want. And you're going to see that pop up a lot of places, because that's how you make your site. Like otherwise it would be like this. And so we add some spacing to make it look a lot better. And the same thing we have at the top. We don't want this video to be slammed to the top. We want some type of spacing. So that also applies, let's just say down here, for example, to the sides of some things. And some things are different than others, but in general it's going to apply. And we can click on the store thing. We can change products and change layout and customize. Like, oh, I want it to look like this instead. I don't know if you can see the difference. There's a vertical lines that appear between them. Or I can do this one, and then there's nothing there. And so then I can go in and customize the product box and add some more padding and add a box background color. So maybe I want to make it a little lighter in the background or something. I don't like that, but you could do that if you did want to do that. But yeah, so that's like generally how you edit. Now, obviously there's more than one page on here. And the way that works is one, if you're in the editor, and I'm just going to discard all these changes because this is just demo anyways. If I want to click on a different page, I can, for the most part, just click on it, and I'm in the About page. But if you click on something that's a blog or a store, so if we click on Store, it takes us to the Store Builder, the Store backend platform, which we're not going to cover in this video. So here it flipped us to tablet view because my screen is so squished right now to record this video. But at the bottom left, you see we get desktop view, tablet view, mobile view. And so that's how you navigate between those. And this is how you make sure your site looks good on all platforms. So you can do things like, I would recommend designing your site in desktop first. And then once you have it good, check on phone view and make sure everything's fine. If something's not fine, what you can do is you could turn this block off for mobile. And then any blocks that you add here in mobile view, like if I go in here and I add, I don't know, let's add like a checkout here in between this text so that it's super obvious and ugly. And then if we save it and then flip back to desktop, we're going to see it's not there. And that's because we added it in mobile view. And if I go to tablet view, it's also there. So we could also hide it in tablet view and keep it in mobile view. Now this starts to get a little confusing, right? But you're not going to be doing too many of these. In general, I'm going to remove this before I forget and then do another demo video and it looks horrible. In general, you're only going to be doing this a couple of times because your site will pretty much look good between desktop and mobile. There'll often just be a couple small things that you wish you could fix. Like for example, this might be a real world use case. These buttons look kind of big on mobile. On desktop, they look fine. I want them big because I want them to be obvious. But the phone view, that's kind of aggressive, and you might not think so, and that's fine. But what I could do is I could click copy widget, and then I could throw it in here. And then if I actually, I think there actually might be a different way to do this. So what I could do, actually, I want to copy this whole block, not just that thing. So now I've copied this entire container. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to go to this one and hide it on mobile. And then inside of this one, it's hidden on desktop and tablet. Actually, let me add it to tablet. And then this other one's hidden on tablet and phone. This one is showing on tablet phone, but it's hidden on desktop. And so what I can do here is I can edit the styling, change the button size, or change whatever I want, really. And yeah, I can go in this text. Like if I edited this in the other one, it would edit the desktop one too, and I want it big on desktop. But I need it a little bit smaller on mobile. And so I might do something, I don't know, like this. I might adjust the spacing as well. Make it a little bit tighter. Go in here, the line height, maybe 0.5. Is that too close? No, this actually looks fine. So you see, like now, I'll save this change. If I flip back to desktop, I still have exactly what I planned here. But now on mobile, it looks a lot better. It's not so gigantic, and I can go to tablet, and it's also kind of a happy medium. I could also, of course, make a tablet-only version. But this is really up to you. You're not going to find too many situations where the phone looks awful compared to the desktop. But when you do, that's how you resolve it, by flipping in between. So if you wanted to switch to a different page, the way that works is if I can click Pages up here, and then now we can just choose to edit contact page, for example. And now everything with the builder is exactly the same. We can go over into the About page. Everything with the builder is exactly the same. So whatever pages you have on your site, that's how you flip between them and edit them. So I think that's about it for this video. I wanted to just cover how you edit pages. There's going to be another video somewhere in this academy of how to make a page from scratch, and that we're going to be doing a lot, like it's going to be a lot longer and a lot more like, tailoring, because we're just going to be trying to build a site from scratch in there. But anyways, I'll see you in the next videos. Thanks for watching.